What's up, MTV? Welcome to beautiful Hickory, Pennsylvania. This is my crib, aka the Bat Cave, aka the Oasis, aka the Temple of Boom. Let's check it out. Come on. As you can see, this is where the magic happens. Let's start in the kitchen. This is where I'm cooking up all the sweet treats, all the delicious meals that I enjoy. Gives me this six-pack I'm rocking right here. But the first thing that people notice when they visit my apartment for sure is that this kitchen, it is absolutely spacious. I mean, we've got so many room for activities in here. You know, you can really move around. You got a lot of countertop space. It's just a great place to hang out. Now, it's not just full of space, but there's a lot of highlights and features in this kitchen that I want to talk about here today. First of which, we'll come on over here. Now, every once in a while, I like to enjoy a nice taco, and when I do, I bust out the Tacosaurus. Whenever you get your meal ready, you got two nice slots in here to store those taco shells. Provides that nice arch for his back, those scales. It really is just a fun way to enjoy your Mexican treats. And of course, the absolute game changer in this apartment right here, all reliable, the in-unit laundry. This thing changes lives, it saves lives. I would not be able to get by without this bad boy. Save on the quarters, save on having to go over to mama's house, get that stuff done. This is just, I couldn't survive without this bad boy. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention this little beauty hanging in the background. Now, I don't usually like to brag too much, but in 2022, I was the chili cook-off champion at my workplace, and you know, every once in a while, I'll throw this on while I'm making up my meals just to remind myself of those glory days. And last but not least, a very important piece of this kitchen is this little baby right here. Now, this window over here does not open, and there is zero ventilation in this apartment. So when I get cooking in here, things get a little spicy, things get a little smoky. This comes in handy like you would not believe. So I wouldn't be able to talk without mentioning this bad boy. Now let's move on to the living room. You'll follow me right over here. You don't gotta walk too far from the kitchen to get here. Now, this is where the magic happens. Do all my major work in here. You know, I'm rocking my journal, and my studying goes on right here. It's a great place to just kick back, watch some TV. Of course, I got the 42-incher over here. You know, it's really all you need. You don't got to go too excessive. But yeah, I usually just hang out in here. Shout out to my boy James. This couch used to belong to him. The thing is comfy as all heck. You take a lot of naps here. And now, I will address the elephant in the room. I'd like to introduce you to my main man, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, this guy here, this was a housewarming gift from some of my buddies, but you know, when you live alone, you tend to get a little bit lonely, and I feel just a little bit better. I sleep a little bit better at night knowing that Dwayne's out here keeping me company. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I am a self-proclaimed, bona fide Star Wars nerd, and you get that vibe immediately upon walking into my place. I got the OT, the original trilogy posters hanging up here. You know, just makes it feel a little bit more homey, makes it feel a little bit more like I'm in that galaxy far, far away. On movie nights, I can look over and just be a little bit reassured by the comforting images of one of the greatest movie trilogies of all time, really. And the poster's next door neighbor, right over here, we got, of course, the Infinity Gauntlet 2.0 from Avengers Endgame. Now, this thing speaks for itself. And of course, you can't not have a family photo in your apartment to remind you of those who you don't get to see every day. And right next to them, in the topic of family, of course, you gotta have Dominic Toretto from the Fast and Furious in Lego form. You gotta keep it in the family, am I right? Oh, and I can't forget this little thing right over here. Now, Hickory's a pretty safe neighborhood, but you can never be too safe, and I gotta be mindful of home invasions, safety, things like that. And firearms aren't my deal, but of course, you know, I got one of these to keep myself safe at night, if you know what I'm talking about. Now, I may be 26 years old, but I am a growing boy and I like to keep a fully stocked refrigerator with all the essentials. Let's check it out. Now, I keep this thing stocked with, all the essentials that a single guy needs. You got your cherry Coke on the door, you got your ranch dressing. I won't bore you too much with that. Let's go check out the bedroom. Let me talk to you about the highlights of this room. First, we'll start with the bed. This thing is sturdy. The sheets, Walmart. The pillow, ergonomic. This thing is the perfect place to catch some Z's. Now let's check out the closet. I'm not too much of a fancy dresser myself, but every once in a while I like to get a little bit dolled up. You got the Boswell jersey right here. Best player the Steelers have had in years by far. I'm not much of an athlete, but of course I do have my disc golf set and my pickleball paddles ready to go at any time. Variety of footwear needs for any occasion. And the camping gear stash in there in case I want to go on a weekend getaway. You know how it is. Now, as you come down the hall here, you'll see a couple things of note. Of course, right here, the no parking sign all the way from Reading, Michigan. That bad boy is authentic off the side of the road. And then as we go through, storage closet, obviously you gotta have some space for all your things. But of course, this is where the magic happens. Let's check it out. Come on down here with me. I don't mean to gross you out, but I have an important PSA for all of you who use the bathroom on the daily. You've been doing it wrong for years. A couple years back, I invested in a bidet system for myself. Game changer, evolutionary technology. You've never been so clean until you used a bidet. I mean, this thing, it's got everything you need, just all the action. But enough of that, you guys already know what's up. Let's check out something else. Now this back porch, which of course I do share with my landlord, gives you incredible views of the amazing Hickory landscape. It's just a great place to come out and relax, get some fresh air, have a nice cup of coffee or tea out here when you're reading a book, or just want to just decompress, get out of the stuffiness of that, again, huge apartment that we've been checking out so far. Now it's also nice to get out here to get some fresh air, because currently the humble abode is rocking with no AC, as I did drop the unit out of the window earlier this year. Not my best moment, but a replacement is on the way, and but for now we're just gonna kick it out here with the fresh air, you know what I'm saying? Well, MTV, thank you for coming and checking out my crib. It has been a pleasure having you in the Oasis, in the Temple of Boom. We love having guests here. We love entertaining, but we also love our peace, our calm, our privacy. So don't door hit you on the way out, but you're welcome back anytime.